Good morning, friends. Let us all go into meditation. Sit in a comfortable posture. As usual, cross your legs, clasp your fingers gently, close your eyes, be relaxed. Forget about the past, forget about the future, forget about the family, friends, the work. Next few minutes, just be with yourself, be with your breath. Next 30 minutes or so, we have been traveling outside, running every day here and there, day in, day out. Next few minutes, let us travel inside. Meditation is a journey within. Relax entire body from top of your head till tip of the toe. Have a gentle smile on your face. A smile that loosens your facial muscles. Relax your forehead. Relax your neck, shoulders, hands, chest, stomach, abdomen, thighs, knees. Complete legs, totally relaxed. Whenever you are ready, shift the focus of your attention to your breathing. the breath that is coming into your body, touching the nostrils, and the breath going out of the body, touching the nostrils. Observe the breath as it is, as it is entering into the body, as it is going out of the body. As natural as possible. Do not chant any mantra. Do not visualize any image or God. Meditation means simply observing one's own breath, natural, easy, soft, simple, tender breath. Whenever you notice any thoughts in your mind, do not dwell into them. Do not make chain of thoughts. The moment you are aware of your thoughts, softly, gently cut them and come back to the breath. Let the thoughts come and go. Do not keep any energy for next few minutes. Be with your natural breath. Be with your breath, my dear friends. Be attentive to your natural, easy, soft, simple breath. Carry that gentle smile on your face. It reduces the intensity of the thoughts. The more relaxed you are, more deeper you will go into meditation. Become one with your breath, my dear friends. Last 5 minutes. Last 5 minutes, my dear friends. Be attentive to your breath. The breath that is happening on its own without any effort. There is no effort required, my dear friends. Just observing your natural breath. The breath that is entering into your physical body, touching the nostrils. I am the breath going out of the body, touching the nostrils. Last 2 minutes. Be with your breath, my dear friends. Last few seconds. Whenever you are ready, gently, slowly bring your awareness back to body consciousness. Gently release your hands. Place them on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. Good morning, friends. Hope you enjoyed the meditation, the daily meditation that we do. And we have, as usual, a special session, Wisdom Sundays, and we are here with another special guest. So before I introduce about the guest, I would like to say few words about something for a couple of minutes. There are different types of soul ages. Like we have 7 bodies, we have different soul ages. We have baby soul, infant soul, young soul, matured soul, and then old soul. We also have other transcendental and infinite souls. Within a family, we will have family members with different soul age. It is nothing to do with our physical age. Like a 5 years old can be a old soul, while the 90 years old granny can be a baby soul. So there are some masters who look very young in terms of physical age, but when you see their wisdom, their impeccability towards the type of words they use, And in spite of having ocean full of knowledge, they do not have any ego. They are very modest, always grounded. We have one such master today, Indrani Krishna Mohan. In terms of, when you see in terms of physical age, I mean, whenever I met her, whenever I see, she's like a little sister. But when I listen to her wisdom, when she is sharing the wisdom, I feel like she's a divine mother, a very old soul. She is trained under multiple enlightened masters, world renowned spiritual teachers. Friends, let's welcome Indrani Krishna Mohan for our Wisdom Sunday session today. Master Indrani, we are ever grateful for you, for your presence today with UK people. Stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Namaste and my pranams to each and everyone present here. My name is Indrani Krishna Mohan. I am from India, from the state of Andhra Pradesh, and my hometown is Tadipatri. So it's been such a great opportunity to share my wisdom with you. And today's topic, layers of aura, is such an amazing topic. And this is the first time which I'm sharing about this topic. So I'm very excited for this session too. I have completed my computer science engineering, Bachelor of Engineering this year. And right now I'm doing my professional studies diploma from Barbara Brennan School of Healing. And right from the childhood, I have known about meditation. My family is a meditation family, whole family meditates. And right from my mother's womb, my mother used to meditate when I'm in her womb. And I have been taught meditation to think positively and what so not. And also been attending workshops from Dr. Newton Kondaviti and Dr. Lakshmi Newton from Quantum Life University. And I'm so grateful for my parents and my masters for being there with me and for teaching me, for supporting me, and this whole group for holding the space for each and every individual. So I've been attending the workshops from, have attended the workshops from Life University like Inner Child, Past Life Regression, Family Constellation, and Rebirthing Breath Work, and also Life Between Lives, and an amazing transformational soul coach training program. And that's how my transformation started. I can say meditation is the best way, the best tool that can transform our life. And along with meditation, these tools also help me to know who I am. I can say I'm still in the process of knowing who I am, even though we have all the theoretical knowledge. We are this, we are that, we are not only this physical body, we are the soul beings, we are energy beings. I hope we are all in that journey of knowing who we are, finding who we are in this planet Earth, in this universe. And today I'm going to share with you about the layers of the aura. And this is the, before sharing this about the layers of the aura, going back to the topic, I would like to share with you how this topic touched me and how this topic helped me in my journey right now. So right now I've been, as I said, I've been doing the professional studies diploma from Barbara Brennan School of Healing. It's all about healing. And the topic which I'm going to share about is the wisdom from Barbara Brennan. And she has elaborated very detailedly about these layers of aura and her years and years of experience, which she has been going through, and she has shared so much of wisdom about this. Not only her, there are many enlightened persons who have shared about this wisdom. So mainly, I have been presenting you today's topic from her wisdom, from her book, Hands of Light, and it's really wonderful opportunity for me. So before, my mother used to was one of the acharya from in Quantum Life University. So one of the soul coach training program, Dr. Newton suggested to take the class on Ara for my mother, and I was helping her during the session for making the presentation, and so I have been with her while preparing for this topic. So then I came to know about these layers of, oh, we have different auric layers, and each layer has different frequency, has different properties, and each layer indicates something in our life. Then I'm also a member of PAIMA, which is Pyramid Youth for Meditation and Ahimsa. Have also taken many sessions uh, to different age groups. I'm also the in charge of Paima Idea Lab, where I create the content. So for that, I have been creating the content on chakras. That was really an amazing after knowing about the auric layers, and now I have been knowing about the chakras in depth, in detail. And then I came to know the relation between the chakras and auras. And then after preparing for that, after knowing that wisdom, now from where I am learning this wisdom about healing, it's all about this. It's all about auras, chakras, healing, energy system. And it's really an amazing thing to see how, each and everything helps us to grow. We are connected. Not everything which has happened in our life is for our own good. So I was so mesmerized to see this pattern, how my topic, my preparation, and my mother's preparation, my preparation is helping me now to go through this process in my life, to go to join the Barbara Brennan School of Healing and learning the healing from them. And it's really an amazing experience for me. And to share this with you, I feel so happy today, saying that each and every experience is for our own good, for our own higher growth. Either it can be a bad or good, but it's for our own higher growth. So, coming back to the topic, Ara. So, we have to know many people believe that we are only this physical bodies. We have hands, we have brain, we have all the face, we have legs. We are, everyone think, most of the people think we are only just this physical body. But we are not only this physical body, but we are much more than this physical body. We are energy beings living in this physical body. We have a soul, and we are gods. We are not just a small god, a big god. We are gods. We are same. But here in this planet Earth, we are experiencing different energy levels, different frequencies, different situations according to the things, according to the learnings and on the process we are going through, according to the truth, according to our truth, and according to the lessons we are experiencing in this physical body. And in Ara, we are nothing but this Ara is nothing but a luminous energy being which penetrates everything, this physical body and everything. And each auric layer has its own frequency. It radiates its own in its own vibrational frequency according to the consciousness we are at. So let me share with you my presentation about the aura. I hope it's okay for everyone.
Yeah, yeah,
So this aura is all nothing but again the energy. Know how this world creates. We have this universal energy field where we have this cosmic energy. In our language we can call it as prana shakti, or life energy, life source. where this cosmic energy is the main thing, main energy which is creating all the things. So we all have, we are surrounded with cosmic energy, and it can resonate with each and every being, and it has its own properties. It is everywhere, not only here in the room, it is everywhere. It's all around the universe. It's us, that we have to take that cosmic energy while doing meditation. We are taking this cosmic energy into ourselves, and we are increasing our vibrational levels, we are increasing our awareness levels, and we are creating our reality through this energy. So, how do you think we are creating our life? Through the cosmic energy we are taking, and giving, we are creating our reality, right? So, what do we do in meditation? We just observe our breath. So, through breath, we are taking that cosmic energy along with the natural air. Through the cosmic energy, we are healing ourselves. We are increasing our consciousness levels. We are knowing who we are through hours of meditation, through hours of observing this cosmic energy. Whenever we feel drained, when we do meditation, we become active again. After 5 minutes of meditation, we become active, we become very peaceful. Why is that happening? Because we are intaking that cosmic energy. We are much more taking the cosmic energy. We are replenishing our layers of aura, we are replenishing our chakras, and we are increasing that. We are clearing the fields. We are just energizing, we are vibrating our fields with this energy, which is making us to be alive, stay present in this present moment. And it's everywhere. We all experience the cosmic energy, isn't it? Right now, you have been meditating, and you can have many experiences of this energy fields. I hope so. So you can observe your energy expanding, you can observe your energy shrinking, you can observe the vibration within your body, within your a tingling sensation, maybe in your body, in your hands, or in your head, or in your legs, or any parts of the body. So there are many ways that we are experiencing this energy too. So we have to know that we always think how is this physical body is formed. Even if you take a tree or a leaf, everything, we are covered with this cosmic energy, and the aura is our own cosmic energy field. We can say, we can just represent the aura like that, our own field, our own human energy field, in this universal energy field. So we all have this energy field. Before the formation of this physical body or physical things, there is some energy which acts, and we can say it as the cosmic energy. And the cosmic energy, because of the cosmic energy, there are many things which are forming, which are having a structure. And the before it comes as a physical thing, physical body, the energy is formed. When the energy is formed, through that energy, the physical being is formed. So before, so this was experiment conducted, and this was observed that when the leaf was torn, the auric field of that leaf was also torn. There will be some distraction, there will be some cuts in the auric field, representing what happening with that. So you can see the leaf here. So after, for the leaf to generate again, there will be some energy field around the leaf, so that through that energy field, new tissues, new cells are generated, from that the plant, from that leaf is grown again. And the same, it comes to the physical body, physical beings. Before a child is born, there is some energy energy field which is generated, and through that energy field, the physical body is generated. And when we are having any wounds, or when are having any diseases, it's the diseases starts from the energy field, then comes to the physical body. It's not like we will generate the diseases in this physical body, and these diseases are present in the auric field. It's like the diseases are already present in the auric field in different patterns. So it might be through the feelings, it might be through the belief that we have, or the trauma that we hold in our life. And those traumas and those beliefs and those not healed parts of ourselves are coming through the fields of the aura, and those are penetrating into this body, and those are experienced through this physical body like diseases. So this this is all our energy, auric field. The physical body which we are experiencing right now is the result of the layers and energy of the auric field which we are surrounded. And we have different energy system, we have many chakras in our body, we have many nadis in our system. These are all energetically very much present and alive around us. And there are clairvoyants can see the auric field around the bodies or around any beings. So if you are an clairvoyant, you can see the auric field around me or around the people who are present near you. And someone can feel that aura, someone can feel that energy, someone can sense. So there are many ways that we can sense this auric field too. You can just know that this is what is happening in me. Sometimes we see the images. Yes, this is what is happening. So there are many ways that we also perceive this aura. So while coming back to the layers of the auric field, we have 7 layers, and there are much more, but these are the 7 layers which are spoken. And beyond the 7 layers, those are like those cannot be perceived through the limited mind. Those are perceived through the limitless consciousness of ourselves. So, right now, about this layers of aura, as you can see here in the picture, we have different auric layers, and we have 7 layers of aura. Those are etheric layer, which is very nearer to the physical body, and we have emotional layer after this etheric layer, and the third one is mental layer, fourth one is astral layer, fifth one is etheric template layer, sixth one is celestial layer, and seventh one is catheric layer, and it can be also called as causal body. So these are nothing but we have listened many topics. So this can also be experienced as the 7 bodies, we can say. So these are just the energy bodies which we have around us, and these layers has their each layer, they are vibrating in specific frequency, and they have their own shape, they have their own color, they are represented in different various forms. And when we see color, when we uh, when we see the vibration of colors, for example, each color vibrate in different frequency. So according to the frequency which we are with, so we are seeing those colors because those are vibrating in the same frequency as those colors we can see with our physical eye or with our meditative eye, which we can call it as third eye around us. So these are like successive layers, they interpenetrate to one over the another. So, for example, we have the physical etheric layer, and etheric layer can interpenetrate through the physical body. The emotional layer also includes the successive layers, like it also includes the etheric layer and also this physical body. Those are like they can interpenetrate through one another. Those are the combination of the layers behind it too. So when we take the whole seventh layer, cause the layer we can call it as catheric layer, the catheric layer includes all the layers below it, all the 6 layers below it, and also the physical body. It interpenetrates through all of these physical bodies. And these are like the finer substances, and these are higher vibration. We can see this physical body, this is dense, and when we go to the first layer, it is somewhat finer than this physical body. When we go to the second layer, it is much finer than the etheric body. So, like that, the higher the levels we go, the higher the finer substances we can observe, and those are vibrated in the different higher frequency as we go to much more layers. And each and every layer is very much interrelated. So if we have any wound or any blockages from the fifth layer of the auric field, which is etheric template layer, as we can see from the layers of the aura. So first layer, etheric layer, second emotional, fifth layer, I'm saying about the etheric template layer. And each layer are also interrelated, and this etheric layer can be interrelated to the etheric template can be interrelated to the etheric layer. And there will be, if there is any damage or block in etheric template layer, those block can be followed through astral and also the mental, the emotional, the etheric layer, and it comes again to the physical body either as a disease or any symptom. So when we are going through any process in our body, any diseases, it's not only related to the physical body, it also related to many levels of the auric fields, many levels, many energy system that we have in our physical, that we have in our energy body. And the many masters, the enlightened masters have their auric field very much expanded. It depends on the vibration that we vibrate. It depends on the consciousness levels and awareness levels that we have, that how much consciousness that we have right now. So if we are very much aware and if we are very in a very higher vibration, we expand our aura like anything. And Gautam Buddha, aura, it just spreads through miles and miles and miles. And we can also take Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. His aura is everywhere. If even if he is far away on the stage, but still we can feel his presence because his aura is so huge. We are in his aura, and either we might not communicate with each other through this physical body, but energetically we all communicate, even though we are all in this Zoom meeting. We are somewhere different in different places in different continents, but still we are connected. This is how energy works. We are connected. And this session, the healing sessions, which I'm taking, where I'm studying, I'm attending through online, and I can see miracle happening. So I'm just working on the people. I'm just working on the people through online. I'm bringing their consciousness on my table and I'm working on them. And they are feeling the same thing. They are feeling the same energy there in their physical body, being in their space. And energy is everywhere. And we are all connected. You can feel me. I can feel you. I can sense you. So there is no limitation for this energy, that energy is here, we are only having this energy. And if you, with just an intention, if you just intend that I have to experience the energy of the Giza pyramid around you, with just your intention, you can just experience that energy, because energy is everywhere. It is all just a frequency. So our auric field is an amazing thing that we have. Our energy is ultimate, and we have to realize that we are not just this physical body. We are much more than this physical body. We are much more than this. We are energy beings. So coming to the layers of the aura, the first layer, the etheric layer, as you can see in the picture, this is what the etheric layer looks like, and it extends up to 2 inches from our body. So we can actually see our etheric body with some awareness and consciousness. So there are many tools that we can see this etheric body, like we can just concentrate on this between the fingers, or some we can do this process. So coming back here, so it just extends up to the 2 inches from this physical body, and it can, the color of this can be from light blue to gray color, And as you can see, these are like a sparkling web of light beams, and these are like expanding, like how they pulsate. So, like how the heartbeat pulsate, blah 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 blah, and how the blood goes. It just pulsates through. It's almost 15 to 20 cycles per minute. So, if you are observing the etheric body of our shoulder, so there are many pulsations going on up and down, up and down. There are many energy flow in the system, and this there are many pulsations that are happening around our in this etheric layer, and these are like this, and each layer, each chakra is associated, each chakra is connected. We have the seven chakras, and these seven chakras can be associated with each of the etheric, each of these auric layers. And here in this etheric layer you can see this chakras are seen as a vortex of beings, the light beings. So you can see, we say that there are petals for the chakras, and those are nothing but we can consider it as the vortex of energies in the chakras, which intake the energy from the auric field, from the universal energetic field into our system. And so this is a when we consider the structure, many layers, some layers are structured and some layers are unstructured. So this etheric layer is a structured layer, and this structured layer is the same structure as this physical body, and it includes all the anatomical parts and all the organs. Even the blood cells has its own etheric layer. When we go deep into our body, when we connect to the cells, each layer, each skin cell, each organ has its own etheric layers surrounding, and we can just observe them during our meditative process or when we connect to this layer of the etheric field. So these are this is how it looks like. And this etheric layer, this body consists of a definite structure of lines. As you can see, there are like thin lines. They are so definite, and these are the energy. We can consider this as an energy matrix. And upon this, the body cells and the body tissues, those are shaped and those are anchored. And we can perceive the organs of the physical body, and through this blue light, through this blue light, all the organs are formed in our body. And this etheric structure is like, etheric body is like a matrix. And through this matrix of cells, there are, this physical body is formed, all the cells, all the tissues are formed. So during any healing sessions of the process, when we are having any physical pain, for example, when the bone is relocated, when our shoulder is relocated, we can see there is a distortion in this lines of field. As we are seeing those fine lines, very structured lines, there will be some distortions, there will be some damage in those fine lines. And when we know that this is what happening, and when we reform, reshape those blue lines, those structure matrical lines in their particular place, we can automatically see the effect on our physical body. So there are many healing techniques, there are many practitioners doing this. So whenever there is something dislocation, they just find the the field in the etheric layer, and they just fix the lines in this etheric layer, which can automatically shows effect on this physical body. It might not be automatic, but it can be seen very clearly within few minutes of time or few days, according to the point it happened. So this etheric structure is the first layer, and if we just see this etheric layer, this etheric layer is just considered as a human body, but these are seen in a blue lines, bluish color lines, as we can see. And as I said, it can uh, vary from light blue to gray color. So the person who is having very sensitive is very sensitive, and they can have very light blue. And the person who is very strong, for example athletes, they have very structured body, they do a lot of exercise, so they are having this gray kind of color in their etheric layer. So it depends on the structure of the body too, how we are. So this is about the etheric layer, and the next one is emotional layer. So as we can see, the etheric layer is very much structured. It is very structured and it has a particular structure. But in this emotional layer, it is not structured. It follows the structure of the etheric body. As we can see, it is like a human shape, but it follows the structure of the etheric layer. It is not structured. And this is almost 2 to 3 inches from the body. And this is mainly we are seeing many different rainbow colors in this emotional layer. And this is very much finer than the etheric body. As I said before, when we move on to different levels, when we move on to different levels of the aura, we are seeing the levels in a very finer state. So this emotional layer is very much finer than the etheric layer. And this is mainly associated with our feelings. So where do these feelings come from? It all in this emotional layer. This emotional layer is always stretches around this etheric body, and in this etheric body we have different colors. As we can see, each emotion can be considered as different color, and according to the emotion that we have, our whole emotional layer is way can be differentiated. So this is that. There are many colors which indicate this is what is happening, this is what it is here. So the emotional layer, it all depends on the feelings that we have. And it in this body there are many colored clouds of fine substances, and those are in very continual fluid motion. Those are in motion. So as we can say, we can also, we can relate our feelings through water, because the water is in continuous fluid form. When it is stagnated, when the water is stopped, and when it is stagnated, it is stuck there, and we are not going to use that water because it becomes dirty. In the same way, there will be some emotions which are stagnated in our emotional layer, and a which can cause damage to our body. There are some feelings of fear, some feelings of betrayal, some feelings of not uh, forgiving ourselves. There are many things, there are many feelings which are stagnated, which are not used, that we hold for ourselves without letting go of that. We just hold without continuing those feelings. We just stuck in this moment, whether it can be an anger, or it can be a fear, or it can be a love. We just can't be stuck. We have to let go, we have to let it flow, the feelings or emotions. So what can we do when we are facing this kind of feelings? So what we have to do is to just sit with this feeling. Just sit with this feeling, not doing anything. We need not to go there here. We need not to make our brain very hurry, very not tensed, but just okay, this is what is happening with me. I am feeling angry, I am sitting with this emotion. What is happening with me? Okay, I am feeling angry. Where this anger comes from? Where am I feeling this anger? What is that which is triggering me to experience this anger? Where is this fear coming from? So when we are sitting with any emotion or feeling, it just goes away just like that, because our feelings are in continuous fluid motion. And while doing meditation, what we are doing? We are just observing our breath, and if we are having any thoughts, we are just recognizing that and acknowledging that, okay, I have this thought, and we are just coming back to our breath. We are not giving attention for that. We are just sitting with that and just letting it go. This is what happens for our emotions too. So in our emotional layer, we all experience these feelings, and these feelings can be appeared, as we can say, these are seen as a rainbow colors, and each chakra is associated with different color, as we can see here in the picture. And this can be from there are many brilliant clear hues to dark muddy ones. Just said there might be stagnant emotion or feeling there present there. So the bright colors. So when we are having very clear and very highly energized feeling, so for example, it can be a love, it can be the compassion. So when we are having those feelings of clear and very highly energized, so we are experiencing our second layer of aura as very bright colors. And when we are having very confused feelings of what is happening, we are in despair, we are in fear of not knowing who we are, of not knowing what is happening with us, and those can be experienced as the dark muddy colors. And there can be normally in this body there will be blobs of color moving within this matrix of this energy field, and these blobs of colors which we see, it can be extend uh, beyond too. So these feelings or emotions, they can affect our this etheric body, as we can say they are very much interrelated and interpenetrated. So each layer of the aura can affect the other layers of the auric field too. So as we are seeing here, we have this different layers, and we are in the second layer where we are experiencing the feelings, and we are just have to sit with it, and we have to see what's happening within ourselves. And then during the healing sessions, so when we are releasing some kind of feeling, we can also see that there are some blobs of energy, or there is any stagnated energy just moving. If you are clairvoyant, you can see this, you can observe this beautiful process when we are in the healing groups, or when we are attending any workshops, or in meditation, when we are going through the healing process. This might have happened in this emotional layer. So we can see we are surrounded with many people. Each of us have different auric fields, and each of us indicate different things. And here we are seeing the auric field of a group of people here, and each have their own auric field, and each um, we affect each other too. In this picture, we can see how a clear or how an energy auric field looks like, and how an stagnated or muddy. So here we can see one the left side, we are seeing a full range of rainbow colors reflecting good health, and there are flowing lines without distortion of energy, and everything is very perfect, and the perfect balance of every hue in the emotional body. The right side, we are seeing the auric field, which is uh, emanating the negative energy. So there are muddy dark colors which are reflecting negative energy, and there is abundance of blue and green, which suggests that there is some depicted energy, and there is a lack of solar colors, orange, yellow, and red in the lower parts of the physical body in legs. So this is how we represent when whatever is happening in us is always represented in the energy body. We might not know what's happening with us, but our energy knows what is happening with us. So that's very important to increase our awareness levels, to increase our consciousness of who we are and what's happening with us. Right now, we are not knowing of what's happening with us. So when we are having any fear, we don't know what's happening with us. We do not have any idea of what's happening. Why am I like this? Some people are so depressed. Some people don't know what's happening with their life, and it all represented in the auric field. So, meditation is such an amazing tool to know who we are, what's happening with us, increasing our energy field, increasing our awareness levels around who we are and who we think we are and who we are not. So, the third layer, it's a mental layer. So, third layer, it's again it extends from 3 to 8 inches from the body, and this also is composed of it extends beyond the emotional, and it also contains very it is also very final substances, As you can see again, this third layer is a structure layer. This structure layer, it can be seen as a bright yellow color, and this is very much structured. This layer is associated with our thoughts and the mental process which we are going through. So that we are having many thoughts, there are many mental process happening where there are many analytical analysis we are happening in our mind. It all comes from the mental layer, third level of the auric field. So this appeared as a bright yellow radiating, and it can be radiated around the head, around the shoulders. It extends up to the whole physical body, and those chakras are also uh, shown as a bright yellow light, and each thought form, specific thought form, are vibrating in different energy levels, in different frequency levels. As we can see, these are interpenetrated. The thought form in the mental layer can affect the emotional body and also the etheric body and also the physical body. So there are many beliefs. So there are many belief systems in us, and those belief systems are nothing but a thought. So where does the belief comes from? It just comes from a thought. And again, that for that thought, we are experiencing some emotion to it, and we are experiencing some kind of sensation to that feeling, and we are experiencing that in our physical body. So it's each and every idea or a thought has its structure. So there are many for every ideas there can be a structure. So how much clear and how much well formed the idea is, the clear and well formed is a thought associated with the idea. So how much clear we are about the idea, how that much clear we are about the thought. So they can be very much clear. Our mental layer is very much clear. And there are many habitual thoughts. And these are habitual thoughts are very powerful, and these are very well formed because those are happening automatic. So when we wake up, we can habituate some of very good thoughts. So like when we wake up in the morning, we just have to close our eyes. We just have to feed our body, being grateful for who we are, that being grateful that we are alive in this physical body, and there are many people surrounding us, being grateful for this life, being grateful for the surroundings. So this can be a habitual pattern. We are just there are some things which are very habituated for us, and those habituated thoughts are very much well formed. If we are having some habits which are not good for us, and those are also affecting our physical body, our daily life, and these thoughts can also be experienced. These thoughts can also be infused with some colors according to the emotion it can be related to, because we say our layers are interrelated. So a thought can be associated with the emotion. Those thought which is associated with the emotion can be expressed through that color. If we are seeing any color in this mental layer, it's just the thought form which is associated with the color from the emotional body. So we all have this many thoughts around us, and each of this thought is coming from this mental layer, and these are experienced as the yellow lines of light. So first is structured, first etheric layer is structured, and second the emotional layer, it is unstructured, it takes the form of the etheric layer, and then the third one here, the mental layer, is again the structure, and this mental layer also includes the emotional body, etheric layer, and also the physical body. The thought can affect and change our lives, right? So when we are having any negative thoughts, we just have to come back to the awareness. Okay, we are having this negative thought, and this negative thought is creating our reality, as we say. So what we do we have to, do we need this negative thought right at this moment? Do we need that negative thought to create our reality? No, obviously. So what can we do? We just replace this negative thought with three positive thoughts. So when you are having any negative thought, you can just be aware and acknowledge that you have this negative thought, because it's just again the energy. we can't judge this is bad and this is good. But here, being in the duality, we are judging according to the situations we are facing. So just acknowledging as it is that okay, this is what is happening with me. So now I'm having this thought. Just acknowledge it, and you can focus on what we want. For example, if we are having a thought that I'm not healthy, so if you are hearing any news from the TV, from the television about any disease, then we'll be thinking about many things. Okay, do I have any cold? Do I have any cough? Am I having any body pains? So that we relate ourselves to the disease, whether we have that or not. So but it's just we have to acknowledge, and no need of pushing that negative thought away, because the more we push, the more energy we are giving to that negative thought. So better not to push it away, better to acknowledge it as it is, because we are just letting it go, not giving much more energy to it. And many people say, when I focus on what I don't want, I get what I want. There are many belief systems that we carry. There are many superstitions that we hold. So those are creating our reality again. So here, just acknowledging it as it is and thinking about what we really need. What we need is health right now in this present moment. So focus on health. Remember health. So I am healthy. I am very much alive. I am very happy and allow myself as I am. So focus on what you want. So taking, converting, acknowledging that, and focusing on what we want is something very beautiful that brings change in our life. I make this as a habitual pattern. I make it as a habit. Whenever I have any negative thought, I just acknowledge as it is, and I just come back to what I want. So during before the session, I might be tense because am taking the subject for the first time. But what I did was, when I observed, okay, this what is happening with me, I need not become tensed, because you can I can explain very beautifully, and I am just surrendering to this process, to this flow, and I'm not the one who is teaching here. I'm just working as a medium, so that this wisdom can flow through me. So what I did was just acknowledge and sitting with it. If I'm feeling tensed, or if I'm feeling um, anything emotionally, or if I'm feeling any sensations in my physical body, am I not feeling well anywhere? So what is it? Okay, acknowledging it as it is, and focusing on what I want. I want this session to be wonderful. I want all of you to know about this. So just being in that space, knowing that this session goes very well, and I'm just working as a medium, and I can be very much grounded, and I'm very calm after I just sit with that feeling, sit with that emotion. Now I'm here in front of you, and I hope my flow is very good. So, this is what happens, just being with that. So, this is about the mental layer. It's all about the thought forms that we carry. Next, it's the astral layer. The first three layers, it's all about the physical. So, it's all about this world, physical world. And beyond the third layer, it's again each layer, it's a different reality. Each layer, it's again a different reality. It has its own form. There are many things happening beyond these three layers. We are experiencing different reality beyond these three layers. We are going through different levels of awareness, different levels of consciousness. And this astral layer, it can be act as a bridge. So it can be act as a fire of heart, which can transform the spiritual energy into the physical energy, and the physical energy into the spiritual energy. So for an idea to manifest, so we have this idea, and To manifest in this physical body, that spiritual energy we have to bring down to this physical world. So the energy can be transformed. This astral layer, this fourth level of aura, acts as a bridge, and this is something very beautiful. In this layer, we can observe many different angelic beings. This second layer is so huge, and there is so beautiful energy fields that we are having in this astral layer, fourth level of aura, and it extends up to 1/2 to 1 feet. And this layer has different rainbow colors, but each color can be infused with rose, infused with pink color. As you can see, this layer is it's just amorphous, and it has clouds of color, and it is more beautiful than the emotional body, as you can see here. And each chakra is also associated with different colors, and those are also infused with pink color. In this layers, each layer is can be considered as a different reality, and these realities are much more well defined. There is so much more beyond these three layers, and this is all about astral layer. So the first three layers, it's all about the physical plane. The third, fourth layer, it's the bridge which acts for the spiritual plane and the physical plane. Spiritual plane consists of the next three layers, which we can see. So this astral layer, it can act as a bridge for the higher three layers and the lower three layers of the auric field. And here now, in where I'm studying in Barbara Brennan School of Healing, the first year it's all about the first three layers of the aura, first three layers of the aura, and also the first three layers of the aura. And the first year is all about who am I, what is in relationship with myself. And the second year, the course is around for 4 years. The first year is all about the first three layers, and the second year it's completely on the fourth level of the aura. It's completely on this fourth chakra. So that much important she Barbara Brin gives for this fourth level of aura, because she also says, I have heard from the um teachers of Barbara Brennan that they want to have this astral layer for 2 years. Can you imagine 2 years? But for the time consistency, they have kept it for 1 year, and that much beautiful, that much important that we have in this fourth level of our field. And this is all about the love that we carry for the humanity, the love that we carry. And we can see when the heart chakra of a loving person, when we see the person who is very unconditional, who is very loving, we can see the heart chakra of the person in the astral layer is it's very full of rose color. It's very full of rose. And here, when the people are when people form the relationship with each other, there are many cords that are connected through chakras through different fields of the aura. These connect each other, these connect people. There are cords which connect each of us. There are when these cords are created when we develop a relationship, and the strength of these cords depend on how deep our relationship is, how deep that we hold this bond. And when there is any breakup in the relationship, so these cords are broken, these cords are damaged, and there will be a huge pain that we go through during this process, and we recover from that, and we the cords which are disconnected, which are distorted, those are again connected to the lower levels of the chakras and the lower levels of the auric field, and they're reconnected back again to the self. Those are not left as it is, those are reconnected. When the relationship is cut, when the relationship is broken, the reconnection to the self is very much needed, because when The connection with the self has not happened. We are just broke. We are just living it as it is. So again, reconnecting to the self, reconnecting those chords to the self is very much needed. And in the astral layer, there will be a great deal of interaction will be happening between the people. And whenever, if you observe, when we are surrounded, we are in this group, and whether when we attend any workshop or when we go outside, there will be huge interactions happening around each levels of the aura. Before we speak to each other, there is already the energy interaction which was happened, because our energy fields are extended, and we can our energy fields can be connected. We are just moving from one of the our friends energy field, and they are moving into our energy field. So that's why it is also very important to have the boundaries of knowing who we are. So if we are not having any boundaries, we are just violating other boundaries. We might violate other boundaries, or other violate our boundaries. So it's very important of knowing who we are, what are our boundaries, where do we stand, what's happening with us. So this is about the astral layer, and there is so much in this astral layer. We'll be going through, different masters. We can meet angelic beings in this auric field, and when we connect in the meditative state, or in the unconscious, in the sleeping state, we might process through each we might go through the layers which are beyond this fourth level, like which are fourth, fifth, and sixth level. And here each of the layers about the third, as I said, these are the reality, each layer of reality with beings and forms, and this is beyond our human, what we normally call human. There is so much beyond, there is so much more in this layers of aura, in this layers. How much we explore, that much we gain the wisdom, that much we learn something from this levels. So this level is all about that unconditional love and space. And here this level is infused with the pink color, and this just expands. Here we have all these colored blocks, and these are all colorful colorful things, colorful energies which are around in this astral layer. And this we can see in the other picture, the person who is very loving. We can see the pink hue around the head, which is very beautiful. So this astral level also includes the below three levels, the mental and emotional, etheric and the physical body, and those are very much interrelated. So something which is blocked in the astral level can be automatically, there can be something which is related to the mental level. That blockage comes to mental level, and also emotional, etheric, and to the physical body. So how do you think meditation helps us from clearing, healing ourselves, clearing our, we all say, I have cleared my diseases, I have healed my diseases through meditation. So this is what is happening. When we meditate, we are clearing our fields, we are healing ourselves, the energy blockages that we have, the energy distortion that we have in our own field, knowing who we are, knowing what's happening with us. And when we are healing through meditation, we are healing our levels of aura. As I said, when the disease has to come to the physical body, it has to be there in the energy levels. So we are directly working on the energy levels through meditation, so that whatever the disease or something which is happening there, it is just we are just healing those energies there itself, not bringing back to this physical body. So it's that's why meditation is so important, and it just brings the peace. It just we just realize who we are. And this is about the astral layer. And I think there is much more. The much more we explore, there are many things that we can find, but this is what that I have to share for today. And then the fifth layer, it's etheric template layer, and it is almost 1.5 to 2 feet from our physical body. And as we can see, we this is shown seen as a body negative shade covered with blue color, and this layer, it's like a template. It's like we can say it has a blueprint. So it contains all the forms that exist in the physical plane in a blueprint or template form. So for a house to be constructed, we need the template or blueprint, right? If we need, so we ask for blueprint or template if we need to know the structure or what's happening in any building. The same way, this etheric template layer is a template for our own physical body, for our own auric field too. So we are creating all the levels of the field and we are creating this physical body. This etheric template layer is actually holding that space to create this etheric body from etheric body to physical body. And this etheric layer of energy field, its structure, it is derived from the etheric template layer. So etheric template layer is the one which gives that template, which gives that energy to create the etheric structure. And through etheric structure, we are creating this physical body. So in this physical body, here it can in this we can see you know someone who is clairvoyant, they can see this etheric template layer as a clear or transparent lines on a cobalt blue black ground. So and this is something very architecture's blueprint, and this blueprint can be in another dimension, because we are saying each of the layers, it's again its own, it has its own reality. So this is again, it's in another dimension. When we want to process this etheric template layer, we are connecting through this to this layer in some meditative state, or it can be through awareness. By increasing of consciousness, we are just experiencing this etheric template layer, and it's very beautiful. And this template layer is making us to form this physical body. This template layer is holding all the levels inside this etheric template. And when we are having a disease, so when the etheric layer disfigures, so as we said, when we are having the disease in the physical body, the etheric layer will be disfigured. So when the etheric layer disfigured, the supporting system, so original template form from this etheric layer can be helped the etheric body to know what's happening there and how it has to be formed, and the etheric layer, the damage can be healed, and then the physical body is also healed. The same like if there is any damage in the house, we don't know what it is, we just search for the blueprint and we know that this is what is happening, and we construct according to the blueprint of that house. The same thing happens here. And here in this etheric template layer, this is very beautiful. And here the sound can create the matter at this level. And here in this etheric template layer, it is a space, it is an empty space which helps us to create all the levels of the field, all the lower levels from the physical body and 1 to 4 fields. And this etheric template, it can have an empty or negative space, and here the with which first or etheric level of the aura can exist. And here the etheric template layer is directly associated with the etheric layer, because as we say, it gives a template. And for this etheric layer, according to the template that we have in the etheric template, we are forming this physical structure. So again, in this it contains the entire structure of the field. It also includes chakras, the body organs, and the body form, but it all contains in negative form. So like how we see the previous cameras, how we have those I don't know what they call, uh, those have small reel kind of thing. So it's the same thing. It's that's how we have. And the etheric template has all the template that we hold for in this incarnation. And this is about the etheric template layer. And the next is celestial layer. So etheric template layer, it's again very much structured. And this celestial layer, it's again 2 to 3/4 feet from the body. We can see this appears as a gold and silver color, and it just the light will be shimmering. And here we are experiencing that blissful and wonder state. So when we are in the point of being, and we just know that that we just know that connection with the universe, and from this space we just see the light, and we just see that love and light in everything. So we just see that love and light, and we just know that we are one with God. We are one with each and every being. And this is such an amazing space where we just be. We know that we are one with everything. And here Barbara and Brennan says, all suffering is caused by the illusion of separateness. And we are having the illusion that we are separate from each other. And this is where all the suffering starts. We have to know that we are that drop in the ocean, and we are that ocean. Just consider as a drop. But we have to know that we are not only that drop, we are the ocean. We are that. And that from that illusion of that we are separated from the source, we are separated. From there the main suffering starts. From there all the distortion happens to all the layers of the aura. And then we have this meditation practice. We have many people sharing the wisdom that we are not separate, we are just one. We are just the individuated soul from the source. We are that source. We are not separate. When we know that we are not separate, when we move beyond this illusion of separateness, that we are all one, we are all connected, and we are that, then there is no pain, then there is no suffering. That's why people, we can say that as an enlightened state. There is no suffering for enlightened being. Even if there are sufferings, those cannot be considered as the sufferings. They consider them as the lessons. They take everything very beautifully. Are we that? Are we in that space? Are we in that illusion of separateness? Or are we moving beyond that illusion, knowing who we are? So, in this celestial layer, when there is an unconditional love flows between the open heart chakra and this open celestial chakra, there is something beautiful which happens. This open heart chakra, which is a love for humanity, not only for human beings, but for all, the love for every being in this physical earth, and also the celestial chakra. It's a love, that love that that is beyond the love for spiritual being. We just immersed in the light, and we just see the light. We just feel that spiritual love that goes beyond this physical reality and all the realms of this universe, all the realms of the existence. That is such an unconditional space, and combination of this unconditional love for humanity and unconditional love that extends beyond this physical realms, physical reality, beyond this reality, then we experience this too creates that unconditional love and unconditional space. And this is the level where we experience that unconditional love and that space. And here in this celestial level, it's again it's related to the second layer of the auric field. And the second layer we are having very dense emotions, and here in the sixth layer we are having this light emotions where we feel that ecstasy, where we feel that bliss in this sixth layer. So we can see how this layer it is just illuminating like the lines of golden and silver color, it's just shimmering all the way. This is the space that holds that unconditional love. And then the last layer, the causal layer, and it's again it's 3 to 3.5 feet, and it's the layer that holds all the layers inside that, and it just penetrates through all the layers, or also the physical body. It holds. It's when we see this causal layer or catholic layer, we can see this as a golden egg shape, and these have those tiny bits of gold and silver light, and these are very strong and these are very durable. And when we consider this causal layer, the outer structure, the outer body is very strong and is a very resilient, and this resistance to penetrate and protects the field. So when we are saying about the boundaries, so when we are having the strong boundaries, when we say that, we are holding the space for ourselves. So we are the space around us is very protected, is it's very safe. Sometimes we feel very safe and very protected when we are having this strong boundaries, when we are knowing what we are, who we are. And this seventh layer of aura protects all these fields. So whenever we are going outside, I just so there we are interacting with many people. So we are having many conversations with many people. So when I'm going outside, I just say that I just intuitively say to myself that I'm allowing the energies which are very much resonance with me, the higher energies of love, and I'm not taking any negative energies or the energies which affect me in a negative way. I'm open to the energies of love and the higher frequency. And it really helps me whenever we are going, we might be attending to many other functions, or we might be working in the corporate world, or we might be uh, roaming around the people. And it's very needed for us to hold that space for us, to hold that space to not being affected consciously or unconsciously. So when I have been observing, when I have been doing this process, I observe a great shift. Whenever I go out to any function or any meeting or some other space, crowded space, I do not experience any stress, or I do not experience that tiredness within me. Before I used to, but now I don't, because I'm very much protected. I'm very much, no, I have a clear boundaries of who I am, of what I want, what I need. So you can also try this. No, connecting to the seventh layer. No, seeing your boundaries. No, this is what is needed for me. This is what I'm taking, and we are just experiencing. And I also say to myself that I'm in the space of loving. I'm also in the space of that loving energies. I vibrate in those energies. And when I'm feeling low, I just take the space for myself. I just be with that. And then I just increase that vibration or awareness for that level. It might not just happen within seconds. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it just happens. But just being with that, giving space for ourselves is very much needed. And here in this causal layer, this is very strong, and this is a very there is very higher vibration. This vibrates in a very higher level, and again, this layer consists of all the auric bodies, and this layer also has the energy which holds and which holds, and this have the overall view of our soul plan of this lifetime. It consists all the auric bodies. It has all the information related to this lifetime. And here in this seventh layer, we are just one with the Creator. We are just one. And here in this causal layer, we can experience that vertical power line where there are the chakras, the first chakra and the seventh chakra are very much connected, and each from each of the chakras we are taking in the energy, and there are many lines of golden lines of thread which are coming out and which are surrounding us, which are very much protected. And this causal layer can expand very big according to the awareness level, according to the energy consciousness we are in. And here in this causal layer, we are just one with the Creator. We just know that we are one and we are being in that oneness. So, this is about the causal layer. And here, when we, how our energy flows into this body parts. So, we have the seven layers of the auric field, and through the seven layers of the auric field, these are just, as we say, these are nothing but the cosmic energy or the energy. So from this layers, from this universal energy field, from this human energy field, also we call it as aura, we are taking the energy through the seven chakras, and through seven chakras, there are also vertices of energy in each chakra. Each chakra is associated with the different nadis and different nervous systems. Through chakras, it is distributed through nadis and nervous system, and through nervous system the energy will go to glands and the blood and all the body parts. This is how the energy is transmitted from the human energy field to our body parts. So this is about the causal layer, the where we feel that oneness, where we are just one with the Creator. So this is all about the seven layers of the aura, and how we can just hear the small points, how the consciousness is expressed in each layer. The seventh layer, the causal layer or the etheric layer, the energies consciousness is expressed as a higher knowing. We know everything from this space. If there is something which is happening in our life, we feel that it is bad. But from this level, we just know why this is happening. We just know what are the soul contracts that we have with each person. If we are considering one person as an enemy in this lifetime, they might not be an enemy in the soul level because they are helping. We are helping each other. We just know what's happening in this causal layer, in this seventh layer of the auric field. Then again in the sixth layer, the celestial layer, it's all about higher feelings, the divine feeling, that bliss, that ecstasy that we have. And the fifth is etheric template layer. It's all about the higher will. We all have the template, and according to the will that we have to be born in this physical body, the physical body has to be like this, and we are like this. It's all about the higher will. What's happening in our life? The astral layer, it's all about love for humanity. The third layer, the mental layer, it's all about the thoughts and the mental processes which are happening. Emotional layer, it's again the feelings that we are going through right at this moment, or the feeling that we have right from the past lives or this life. And the etheric layer, it's all about the physical body. It's how the blue lines and how the formation is happening, the sensation that we can see. So this is all about how the energy consciousness is expressed through each layer. And these are the seven layers of human energy field. This is how they are. So this is given by Barbara Brennan, as I said. So the first etheric body, blue lines, it is structured, and emotional body, it is not structured. It follows the structure of the etheric body. Each chakra is having different colors. They are having the different clouds, and those clouds are continuous motion. mental body, yellow lines of light, and these are all depends on the thought forms. We have structure of ideas for each of the thought form, and the astral body, it's again unstructured. This also penetrates through mental body, emotional body, and etheric body. And next is etheric template layer. It can be expressed in color of cobalt blue, and then the celestial body with golden and silver shimmering light, expressing that ecstasy, expressing that unconditional love that we have. And the etheric template layer, it's again the golden egg shape, the lines, the lines of light spreading. We just know what happening in this lifetime. So this is about uh, the layers, and here is just an example that how a sick person or of the sick person is, it just breaks. And if we are unhealthy, our auric field is not complete, it's just distorted. There will be some blockages, there will be some breakages, and there will be some broken broken energies in our auric field. And so when for a healthy person, it just there are no defects, and they the person having a very healthy lifestyle, and if the person has good psychic energy potential, the field is very bright, the field is very structured and very good. And for a sick person, there might be some uneven distribution of energies around a person too. So these are just the examples of how an aura can be. So this is taken from the Killian photography. So this is all about the auric field. Finally, thank you for listening to this speech, to this wisdom, and I feel very grateful for this. So
Wow. Thank you, Master Indrani. What a wonderful subject. So it has very, lot of depth in it. And you have nicely explained about different layers of aura, how they are related and how they are impacting the health of physical body. Well explained how important the meditation so that we are happy and healthy. So usually I note down the points and then I kind of explain my understanding, but the subject is so vast, I thought, okay, let me kind of instead of making the notes, let's put entire attention on this. So very well explained, and the thoughts and feelings, how they impact our physical body, and the different direct, in the different layer. So how to take care of those emotions and thoughts, how do we sit with them, or how do we heal that. And you have touched in different areas, and the different healing ways. Thank you so much, friends. Yeah, I think I know some of you must be having some questions. Okay, Vinod, please go ahead. Yeah.
Hello. Firstly, thank you, Ravi, for bringing valuable knowledge every Sunday. Excellent speech by Indrani Master. Uh, just like you said, Ravi Master, age doesn't matter. A very very old soul. I can certainly say that. So excellent way of you summarized all the things. As soon as you covered each body, you summarized all the earlier ones. So it was very very helpful to understand all of this. You mentioned Barbara Brennan quite a few times. So I quickly Googled their healing website as well. Apologies for my, this is probably a slightly immature question, but in terms of healing, when it comes to healing, again, my limited understanding is that it may deal with other people's energy and all that. So there may be quite a bit of an impact on the healer themselves. How do you handle such scenarios? Uh, that's my question. Thank you.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing question, and have been having this question right from I started the workshop. I mean, when I started being attending the classes. So yes, absolutely, it also affects the healer, and as a healing, I can say healing is not something that we heal others, but we are just holding the space. We are creating that space where they can heal themselves. We are just allowing the energy, but it's absolutely the person who is healing themselves, but we are just holding the space. Yes, during those sessions a healer might also be affected. That's why it's very important for the healer to be the first thing to be healed themselves. The healer has to heal themselves, and again, it's a lifelong process. But the healer has to be very much aware of what's happening. So it's again a learning process, differentiating what's happening with us and what's happening with the client, being in that space, having our own boundaries, being open and being loving, holding that space for the client as well as for the healer, and it affects. And again, it's a learning process that how we learn not to be affected. For that's why it's very important for the healer to heal themselves. We are just mentioning the word as a healer, but we are just holding the space. We are not healing anyone. We are just holding the space. But to just precisely saying we are using the word healer or healing. Yeah, I hope.
Okay, that makes complete sense. So you're facilitating the healing rather. Okay, that makes complete sense. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vinod. Wonderful question. And I'm sure it helps everyone else as well in this session. Yes, masters, friends, does anyone have any other questions? There's so many. Yeah, I see one. How is the person aura affected by receiving organ transplant or blood? Yeah, from other person.
Yes, it absolutely affect. So when there are any operations or organ transplantation, there is some particular energy of that organ, and here we also have the particular energy. When the organ is removed from the body, there will be some blockage or the void around that part. So when we are uh, having the organ transplantation, so there will be sometimes there is the possible of failure as well as success during this process. When the energy of the organ is very much matched with the energy body of ours, energy of ours, it can be very benefited. If the energy is not matched for our energy field and the organ energy field, because each and everything carries its own energy and its own auric field. So when there is any organ transplantation, so it is, I think it is very much needed to feel that energy, to rebuild that energy, working on that organ, claiming that organ field, and our energy feel to be uh, very much okay with that. So it just affects the auric field affects. So whenever we are having any operation or when we are having there will be effect on the auric field. There will be some blockages around that, and sometimes we feel it as a void. Sometimes for people who are having for any cancer or something, when some part of their body is removed, they feel that this is gone from my body, so they feel that void. And while having this transplantation, it is very much needed we have to work on ourselves. We have to communicate with that organ. We have to see how our auric field react, how our energy is flowing. Is it matching with the organ? If not, we can just have the healing sessions for ourselves. The meditation is again the best process to just connect with the organ, connect with our energy field, and just accepting the organ in our body. I think that's how it works.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Master.
Thank you. Yeah, is that answered your question? I think yes. Yeah, I see a lot of messages saying, thank you. It's a very deep subject and it's very helpful. And yeah, thank you so much, Master Indrani. Whenever I listen to you, you come up with a wonderful subject, wonderful topics, and the Masters, she has spoken in many platforms. Even if you type Indrani Krishna Mohan, you will see all her talks on different multiple YouTube channels, multiple platforms. So thank you, Master Indrani. Once again, you have nicely explained about the energy, the some of the important points I've kind of noticed and noted is like before a child is born, there is an energy field. So we see, the normal human beings, we see everything, we are physical bodies, and we don't pursue the energy as when we are in this physical mindset. So as you mentioned, that diseases are already there in the aura and energy field because of the beliefs, the wrong beliefs, the beliefs that no longer serve us. And we create a lot of stories, and the stories becomes our belief, and those beliefs go into our subconscious, and then we kind of manifest the reality according to our belief. And you also mentioned about the frequency. Each layer is, it vibrates at a specific frequency, and we can see how, the enlightened masters' frequency and their aura is, it is spread miles and miles, like Patriji and Buddha. So I remember one story when Buddha used to walk in the streets of the village, and there used to be a peace in, surrounded by, in the place surrounded by him. So we must understand, so we have to raise our energy. And also, when there are any blocks in our in any layer, like, because they are interrelated, and the thoughts impact the mental layer. As I understand, mental layer, the thoughts, they impact the emotions, and the emotions impact our physical health, right? So we must, the technique that Master Indrani has given, that for every negative thought, let's have 3 positive thoughts. And that's how we can change, we can heal ourselves. So the healing is not about healing others, healing is about healing ourselves. And also, whenever we're taking the session, whenever we are kind of talking about this, so we just providing the space, not directly involving in the healing. And thank you so much, Indrani. And we look forward to have more topics from you in the future. And it's really, really wonderful to have. And we are ever grateful. I'm so grateful to you for putting these slides together very nicely, explaining in a pictorial way. Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving me this chance to share this wisdom, and very grateful for all the participants here and for all the energy which is around us.
Yes. So because it's UK, it's the early hours, so we started at 6 o'clock. Maybe participants are slowly dropping off for their regular daily activities. So I think we planned for a guided meditation session, so that we understand the different bodies, and we connect to different bodies, and kind of heal ourselves, the self healing. But I think because of the time, we could not do it. Next time, Masters, when whenever she is available, Master Indrani is available, we'll have one more session only
only for guided meditation. And she has this wonderful gift of guiding, very beautifully. And it can take us to, in a deep meditation, and it can help us to connect to our beliefs, and it can help us to heal. Yeah. So thank you, Master Indrani. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me just see if there are any. Okay, there is one more question, I guess. This session has. Oh no, this session has knowledge worth many books. Yes, I agree with you, Vinod. And there are many other comments. Very valuable information. Thank you so much, Master. Thank you so much. Well explained. Very deep subject and interesting subject. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. There's so many. Thanks. Thank you, Master Indrani. Thank you. Thank you so much. Signing off for today. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.